Netflix's Pieces of a Woman probably needs a trigger warning for women experiencing even the tiniest bit of anxiety over their pregnancy. The film's opening sequence, a harrowing and tragic depiction of childbirth, is unforgettable, searing and potentially traumatic, a worst-case scenario rendered all too real. Beyond that, it's an actor's showcase for a relatively new talent, Vanessa Kirby, a celebrated veteran Ellen Burstyn, and a star whose real-life troubles overshadow his increasingly credible work, Shia LaBeouf. Pieces of a Woman, stream it or skip it? The gist: Martha Kirby takes the glass elevator down from her office, her arms full of baby shower gifts. Shia LaBeouf hops in his rusty pickup, having finished his shift on a bridge construction site. He grouses slightly about her mother, who paid for their new minivan. She didn't need to do that, he can afford it, she's always looking to undermine me, he says. Later, she stands in the kitchen. Uncomfortable. Contractions are 6 minutes apart. Her water breaks, she's constantly belching, nauseous. He calls the midwife, and there's a problem, she's busy with another birth. But there's a backup plan, and Eva Molly Parker arrives. Eva checks the baby's heartbeat, and it's good. Soon, Martha's crazy with pain. She gingerly gets in the bathtub, then climbs on the bed. The baby's coming. Eva's soothing tone is replaced with an expression of concern. Their daughter arrives, she cries, Martha cradles her. Eva steps away, hesitates, tells Sean to call 911. The baby turns blue. He runs outside to flag down the ambulance. Sorrowful music swells. 3 weeks later. Martha goes up the glass elevator to her office. She's stoic. Coworkers gawk as she walks by. She coolly asks a man to leave her desk. He didn't know she'd be back already. She goes shopping at the mall. A little girl smiles at her. Martha looks down at her breast, a milk stain growing on her sweater. Her sober veneer contrasts Sean's raw emotional state. He's 6 years sober, but seems on the verge of cracking. Another few weeks go by. Martha, her mother Elizabeth Burstyn, and Sean argue about the child's gravestone. Martha wants to donate the body for medical research, they want to bury the child. Elizabeth pushes for a civil suit against the midwife, soliciting a lawyer cousin, Sarah Snook, for the case. Martha signs the paperwork at the research center. A month or so goes by. The pain of loss and grief persists. Sean has relapsed. Martha is detached. Elizabeth keeps pressing for legal justice.